McCormick here in Pittsburgh, while Casey is in his hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania, and that's where Channel 11's Rich Pierce spent the evening. Rich.
Well, it's a jubilant atmosphere here so far, despite the tight nature of that race, because right now, Senator Bob Casey does appear to be fending off challenger Republican Dave McCormick. Now, Senator Casey has yet to make an appearance inside this venue at the Scranton Cultural Center and speak to the assembled supporters he has here. And so far, it's been mostly cheers tonight. One highlight of the evening, when the cheers became the loudest, was when those first batch of votes came in from Allegheny County. Now, pollsters have essentially moved this race to toss-up status over the last few days, a race that was nowhere near that a couple of months ago. Bob Casey running for his fourth term, so he's been in office 18 years, and the closest he's come to losing an election was a 9-point win back in 2012. Now, some folks from Pittsburgh have made the drive to Scranton here to support Senator Casey. Tonight, I spoke just a little while ago to a local kindergarten teacher.
Just for my rights, not only as a woman, but I'm a school teacher, and I really want to support the educational rights that he stands for.
Now, this is one of 34 Senate seats up for grabs tonight. One Senate seat has already flipped red. That happened in West Virginia, and Casey and supporters here obviously hoping that Pennsylvania does not go in the same direction. We'll keep you updated throughout the evening and let you know if Senator Casey does address supporters here. For now, reporting live in Scranton, Rich Pierce, Channel 11 News on Fox 53.
McCormick holding his watch party in Pittsburgh, while Casey's team is in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and that's where Channel 11's Rich Pierce joins us live. Rich?
Well, guys, I can tell you the atmosphere here has changed dramatically over the last half an hour or so. We've seen a couple of dozen, maybe more supporters leave the venue here at the Scranton Cultural Center. And I don't think many people expected this to be a runaway like Senator Bob Casey is used to. In fact, in his previous runs for Senate, his closest margin of victory was 9 points. But I do think that the lead that Dave McCormick has right now has caught some people off guard. Now, Senator Casey has not spoken so far this evening to his supporters. In fact, I just spoke with a campaign official right before coming on here, and she told me she doesn't know when Senator Casey will speak, but he did talk earlier today while voting, and here's what he had to say about the importance of every single vote.
Every single vote will be counted. We're going to do that. No matter how long it takes. I don't think it'll take as long as it did in 2020, but I want people to know that their vote will be counted. We want everyone to vote.
Senator Bob Casey address the people here?
Well, in the way things are going tonight, every single vote will count, especially if Senator Casey is going to make a comeback here again. Still plenty of votes out there, David and Lisa, like you've been saying, but a nervous energy here in Scranton right now. We'll be sure to keep you updated on the very latest. Reporting live in Scranton, I'm Rich Pierce, Channel 11 News.
Christine, thank you. And our Team 11 coverage of the race for U.S. Senate takes us now to Scranton.
And that is where Channel 11's Rich Pierce joins us live. He's covering the Casey campaign for us. Rich?
Well, guys, it is not an exaggeration to say that the life and energy has been sucked out of the room here over the last hour or so. We've seen at least half, maybe more, of Casey supporters that were here all evening leave the venue here at the Scranton Cultural Center. Now, I just spoke with a campaign staffer a little while ago here. She told me that there is no timetable for when Senator Casey may speak to the supporters that are left here, but should these numbers hold, this would be a stunning loss. Until very recently, polls had Senator Casey way up, looking for his fourth term. But in the last few days, over the last week or so, there's been a massive change there. And this race did move to a toss-up. Now, you have to remember that Senator Casey has been in office for 18 years. He's only faced one race where he won by fewer than 10 digits. He won by 9% back in 2012, so this is not something that he or his supporters are used to. We've already seen 2 Senate seats flip red tonight, one in West Virginia and one in Ohio. So could Pennsylvania be number 3? We'll have to see, and we'll, of course, let you know the very latest as we learn it. Reporting live in Scranton, Rich Pierce, Channel 11 News. Back to you.
And let's check back in with Channel 11's Rich Pierce. He is covering the Casey campaign for us in Scranton. And Rich, I understand Casey's folks said they are actually going home for the night.
That's right. Campaign surrogate Scranton Mayor Paige Cognetti actually came out here and spoke just a few minutes ago. She's the only person to speak to attendees tonight. She told folks to go home, get some rest. It's going to be a long night, a long day tomorrow, and possibly a long rest of the week. You just heard those numbers there, how tight they are. The Casey campaign says it's simply just too close to call. This is by far the tightest campaign that Bob Casey has run since entering the Senate back 18 years ago. Before tonight, 2012 was his closest race, and he won that by 9%. The Cognetti, the mayor of Scranton here, also thanked supporters, saying that this campaign has, quote, left it all on the field. But the night is going to end here without a result in that race. But we are here in Scranton. We'll bring you the latest just as soon as we can. Reporting live, I'm Rich Pierce. Back to you.
We begin with Channel 11's Rich Pierce live in Scranton. And Rich, it could be days before a winner is declared in the U.S. Senate race. What are both campaigns saying about this tonight?
Well, that's absolutely right. Who knows when we're going to find out, because those margins right now are razor thin. But tonight, both campaigns are confident that when it's all said and done, their candidate will win.
I'm more surprised that it is too close to call.
I am quite amazed, if not shocked, on the results of all of the races, statewide and nationwide.
Senator Bob Casey in the fight of his political life against challenger Dave McCormick.
In the coming days, the election results will be finalized. And when they are, we will look forward to a new agenda, a new America.
McCormick speaking at his election night rally in Pittsburgh, stopping short of claiming victory.
We've looked at where all the rest of it coming, and it looks like we're headed in a very good direction.
Casey did not address supporters inside his election night watch party at the Scranton Cultural Center, and he has not spoken since. The latest update from the campaign coming Wednesday evening from his communications manager on X, posting, quote, "Counting is continuing in Pennsylvania. We know there are tens of thousands of provisional ballots left to count. We are confident that once every legal ballot is counted, Senator Casey will be reelected." Casey supporters in his hometown hoping that's the case.
I'm going to hope for the best and hope that Senator Casey prevails and wins. It always helps if the senator is from your hometown, I think. But, you know, we just see what happens.
Others echoed that same sentiment, fearful that a loss, coupled with President and Scranton native Joe Biden leaving the White House, could harm the area's interests in Washington.
I think that is a kick in the pants for our region, because he's been a big supporter for things from the rail service, for example, to New York City, that hopefully will not be undone at this point. I don't think it would be, but, you know, having someone from our area in that position certainly is a plus.
Now, if this razor-thin margin holds, it would trigger an automatic recount. That happens in the state of Pennsylvania if the race is within 0.5% or less. Reporting live in Scranton, Rich Pierce, Channel 11 News.
All right, Rich, thank you.